Let's say you have some changes that come up. How do you manage your lifestyle and your diet? Well, first of all, we have a couple of screens down here. This is your home screen. It always brings you back to the meal cards that shows you what time the meals come out. There's going to be meal check-ins, right? We can't show that because we haven't started our diet yet, but meals will pop up and say, hey, did you eat any or did you undereat, overeat? Eventually, it's going to give you a score. It's going to give you a meal check-in streak. Like if you've checked in 5 meals in a row and you did well, you're doing super well. And also, it's going to give you an adherence percentage. The higher that percentage, the more meals you're eating like you're supposed to be, the better your results. If your adherence is low, the diet's not going to work no matter what you do. So please keep that in mind. You got a weigh-in check-in screen. You can weigh in anytime you want, but usually it's going to ask you, prompt you to weigh in on those days that you picked. You can probably weigh in more days than that if you want, and any extra information is cool. If it's too much extra, the app will just ignore it. And it's got a progress chart here for you. Notice we're starting on January 5th, and our diet ends on, let's see, all the way over to March 16th, and it takes us all the way down to 15 pounds below where we started, which is exactly what we want, which is really great, 235-pound goal. Eventually, when we start the diet, your total weight change will appear there. It'll give you a really good dashboard on what's going on. Let's say we want to change some stuff. Let's say our schedule is changing or something like that. What can we do about it? We go up to this icon at the top left. Home is just back here. Potentially, we can go to edit our lifestyle. So let's say our lifestyle's changed. Okay, lifestyle has changed. Let's say that our Friday is different. It's a heavily active day. There are no workouts. Update Friday. And it says changing your lifestyle choices means you have to reconfigure some meals. Well, that's probably why you want to change lifestyles, so that your meals reconfigure. You proceed. Lifestyle's been updated. And then you can go back and go home. And you can scroll over to see Friday eventually if you want, and to change all those meals when they need to be changed. Or you can hit Edit Meal Plan, which is when you go meal by meal, get in, enter stuff that you haven't entered yet, or meals that have already been checked in or already configured, you can reconfigure them. Instead of eating salmon, you want to eat beef, so on and so forth. Here's another cool feature, shopping list. What is this? Well, what this does is it takes all of your information, and notice view settings is usually hidden and you can open them up. It takes in all the food you programmed to eat, all the food you selected, and it gives you total amounts of everything throughout the entire week. There's this week and there's next week, right? So you can do your shopping at the end of this week for next week, and here's the total amount of stuff you need to buy to program your diet. So for whatever meals you're prepping, this is going to have everything you need in it. And as you go shopping, you can hit these little circles here to make sure that you're filling in what you need. And this is basically a shopping list. Now, most people don't shop for cooked beef and cooked chicken, etc. So you can switch to raw. That'll probably help. Or you can switch back to cooked or default, which is what it assumes you might do. And then if you're European or basically anywhere else in the world, you might choose grams and milliliters in contents. Notice everything's in grams. If the United States and a few other places, you can choose to go in ounces, no problem anytime. Right? So if the grams don't make a ton of sense, the ounces will, and vice versa. So that's the shopping list. Settings allow you to manage a whole bunch of stuff. You can always toggle units. So you can go pounds and inches or kilograms and centimeters just by clicking on it. Toggle food units, ounces to grams, and you can manage your weigh-ins, right? So you can change your weigh-in days and weigh-in times if you wanted something different. You can manage notifications. So currently the app is going to tell us when to weigh in. It's going to tell us to eat meals. It's going to let us check in our meals, and it's going to do a lot of advanced stuff. You can click on that and toggle it just how you like. You can manage your account. In this one, we'll talk about the athlete referral stuff later. Don't worry about that yet. And we can do the updated info on the account. And then we can do a subscription management, and this goes all the way into iTunes, and we're not going to do that. But basically, if you want to alter your subscription, you can go into there. You can log out of the app anytime you like. You can read some more information about the app, and you can potentially leave a review in the store through which you bought it. So that's all really good stuff. If you want to end your diet, all you have to do is hit End Diet. Don't hit proceed unless you want to end your entire diet. Let's say you've done a fat loss diet, and before the diet ended, let's say 12-week diet, you ended at week 11 because you had to go early on vacation. You can end the diet, or if your goals changed, you can end the diet and just start a new diet anytime you like. It's going to take you back through the same intake screens. So we're going to say cancel and help. If you hit help, you have two options. First option is you go to the frequently asked questions, and it pulls up all kinds of information, tons of stuff here about weigh-ins, allergies, all the macronutrients, so on and so forth, even some options for how to dine out and doing alcohol drinking. Or potentially, all you do is do a feedback form by doing Contact Us and putting in emails and talking about your issues. Or you can just email us, info@renaissanceperiodization.com. Folks, that's about it. This app will be updated all of the time. It'll get better and better. The more feedback you have, the better. If you want to rate the app, if you really like it, in the iTunes Store or Google Play Store, please do so. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time for another update video when the app gets better.